Deion Sanders and his Colorado Buffaloes are overlooked after the departure of Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes entered a new campaign with momentum, but not the recognition to match it, as they aren't featured in the must-watch games for the 2025/26 NCAA season. After a transformative 2024 season that saw the team reach the Alamo Bowl and surge to the forefront of the Big 12, they have been noticeably absent from national preseason hype. Recently, ESPN ranked the top 5 must-watch games on the Big 12 football schedule. None of them include Colorado. By comparison, the Kansas State Wildcats featured 4 separate times despite a worse record last time out. The omission is stark considering Colorado's on-field success last season and the cultural spotlight that Sanders has brought to Boulder, although it makes sense after key personnel exited the team to head to the NFL. The lack of national attention likely stems from the departure of Travis Hunter, who signed to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Deion's own son, Shedeur, who is now with the Cleveland Browns. Sanders, a quarterback, was named the 2024 Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, while Hunter captured the Heisman Trophy, becoming the first primarily defensive player to do so in decades, although he also played as a wide receiver too. In light of that, many analysts appear uncertain about how the Buffaloes will perform without them, and are thus giving them a wide berth when it comes to prospective expectations for Coach Prime at Folsom Field. For example, Colorado's betting on Caden Salter, a dual-threat transfer from the Liberty Flames, to step into the QB role. While Salter brings experience and versatility, his transition to a Power 5 conference will be under intense scrutiny at such a sensitive position on the field. According to DraftKings Sportsbook, Colorado's projected win total for the 2025 season sits at 6.5 with odds on the over listed at plus 145, signaling the sign of a regression to a fringe bowl-eligible team rather than a divisional front runner. Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets helped pack out season opener at Folsom Field. The fans, however, have not lost interest ahead of the Buffaloes opener at home against Georgia Tech in a Friday night matchup on August 29, marking the first ever meeting between the two programs. The visiting Yellow Jackets have already sold out their entire ticket allotment for Folsom Field, according to the Ramblin' Roundup's Luke Fletcher. And this early buzz underscores the continued draw of Sanders' program, which has now sold out its season tickets for the 3rd consecutive year. Folsom Field, with a capacity of 50,183, was already at full capacity for Colorado's September 20 home game against Wyoming, reinforcing the ongoing enthusiasm in Boulder. The historical connection between Colorado and Georgia Tech adds intrigue to the opener. The two programs were co-national champions in 1990, Colorado winning the AP poll and Georgia Tech topping the final UPI coaches poll. It will be a terrific high-profile series, and I am sure some fans will use it to settle the bragging rights back to 1990, said Colorado Athletic Director Rick George when the home-and-home series was originally announced in 2016. When Shedeur Sanders zipped his final pass across the Colorado sky and Travis Hunter danced in the end zone for the last time in Boulder, an era ended with thunder. NFL scouts had seen enough. The sports media, always hungry for a narrative, crowned them legends and moved on to the next headline. Shedeur went in the first round. Hunter too. The draft night hugs were warm. The coverage was hotter. And just like that, the cameras turned away. For most programs, losing 2 generational talents might spell a slow, quiet rebuild. But Colorado wasn't most programs. And this was still Coach Prime's house. Yet in the months that followed, the national conversation drifted. Talking heads spoke of the Buffaloes in past tense. They had their moment, they said. Now the spotlight moves on. But Deion Sanders heard it all. He saw the rankings. Preseason predictions slotting Colorado at the bottom of the Pac-12. No playoff whispers, no Heisman hopefuls. Some even questioned if Coach Prime would stick around now that his sons were gone. What's left for him here, they asked. Deion never answered them directly. That wasn't his style. He preferred action over argument. But behind his sunglasses and swagger, a fire burned. A different kind of flame than the one that drew headlines in the Shedeur Travis era. This one was quieter, steadier, and far more dangerous. Fall Camp 2025 practice began before the sun rose. The team was different now, younger, grittier. The transfer portal had brought in hungry kids. underestimated, undervalued, and overlooked. Just how Deion liked them. "You ain't Shedeur," one reporter muttered during an early scrimmage. "You don't gotta be," Coach Prime told the freshman quarterback Malachi Graves later that day. "You just gotta be you. And trust me, that's enough." Malachi wasn't polished. Not yet. But he had something else. Presence. He stayed late after practice, studying film, throwing until his shoulder ached. The same went for their new shutdown corner, DJ Powell. A wiry kid from Baton Rouge with hunter-like instincts and a chip the size of the Flatirons on his shoulder. People didn't see it yet, but Deion did. He saw something special forming in the quiet. In the overlooked, the season begins. They opened the season against a ranked Oregon team. The Ducks swaggered into Folsom Field expecting a tune-up game. Instead, they got ambushed. Malachi threw for 3 touchdowns, DJ picked off a pass, returned it 82 yards, and Colorado shocked the country. "Fluke," said some analysts. The next week, Colorado beat Utah. "Maybe they're scrappy," came the reluctant praise. By mid-season, Colorado was 6-1. The stadium was packed again, not because of the spotlight, but because of the story. A team rebuilt from shadows, rising again under the most audacious coach in college football. Deion's transformation, Deion Sanders, had evolved. He was still the same Prime, never without his shades, still dressing like Sunday morning church, collided with Saturday night lights, but something deeper had changed. Without Shedeur and Travis, he wasn't just a father coach or a celebrity spectacle. He had become a teacher again, a builder, a believer. He spoke more of process now, less about haters, more about standards. "When the stars leave the system shows," he told his players one evening, "are you built on hype or habits, fame or faith?" The team responded. They played with a quiet fury. Every tackle was a statement, every yard earned like a paycheck, a quiet revolution. By week 10, Colorado had climbed to 12 in the nation. Still, the media only half believed it. "They're doing it with smoke and mirrors," one columnist wrote. But the numbers said otherwise. Top 10 in defense, efficient quarterback play, no turnovers in 3 straight games. It wasn't flash, it was football. Gritty, organized, disciplined football. And yet the national conversation still skipped past Boulder. The college football world had moved on to newer, shinier toys. Big SEC matchups, playoff debates, Heisman frontrunners. Meanwhile, in Colorado, a different story was unfolding. One the country didn't see coming. Again, the turning point. It happened in November, under the lights in Los Angeles. Colorado faced undefeated USC, a playoff team, media circus, Hollywood buzz. But in the Coliseum, the Buffaloes didn't flinch. Malachi Graves outdueled a Heisman candidate. DJ Powell locked down the field like a vault. Colorado won by 2 touchdowns. That man is the feature of center field. Malachi Graves outdueled a Heisman candidate. DJ Powell locked down the field like a vault. Colorado won by 2 touchdowns. That man is the feature of center field. Malachi Graves outdueled a Heisman candidate. DJ Powell locked down the field like a vault. Colorado won by 2 touchdowns. The world had no choice but to look back. After the applause, when Deion sat down for the post-game press conference, someone asked if he was surprised. "Surprised?" he repeated, laughing. "Nah. See, the world forgot, but I didn't. Y'all thought we were just Shedeur and Travis. Nah. We're a program. We're a culture. We're a standard. I told y'all. I keep receipts." He paused. Then, quieter, "But don't get it twisted. I'm proud of those boys. Shedeur, Travis, they helped put us back on the map. But this team earned its own spotlight the hard way. Legacy in the shadows. By season's end, Colorado finished 10-2, no playoff berth, but a major bowl invite. And more importantly, something greater, respect. Not because of stars, because of the system, the standard, the belief. Deion Sanders had done what few thought he could. He rebuilt not just a team, but a legacy. One that didn't rely on last names or media cycles. One that came from sweat, silence, and the steel found only when the spotlight turns away. And that was the real miracle of Prime's Colorado. They weren't overlooked anymore. They were undeniable.